obviously. Yeah. And so there's things that I'm working on in the background. And one thing that I can say to you guys, that they are trying to shift the narrative. They are trying to counteract what they said. And let me tell you what I mean by that. So what they are doing, and by they, I mean the family, what they are doing, so they are going to people like, you go to somebody in confidence where you know this person is going to go and tell somebody and somebody's going to tell somebody. So they are trying to paint a picture to send that picture out. But what they need to know is this. Once it come past my ears right away, me I tell them, say, that is bullshit. Excuse me language. So what they're doing, I personally don't think it's working, or it's going to work. As long as I'm here, it's not going to work. But I know that they are trying to change the narrative and trying to paint a different picture from the one that we have. But let me tell you something. You see, for me, if you are telling the truth, right, and this is just how I feel, and I don't know how many of you feel this way. If you are telling the truth, right, you don't need to remember what you are saying. Because they came and one set of people give you one set of story and the other set of people give you one set of story, they are trying to backpedal on one. And when I said that, I am not talking this because of somebody tell me something. I'm talking this because I've got evidence to prove, to back up what I am saying. Like concrete evidence. If I have evidence about Jayden disappearing like what I've got now, everybody would gone to prison already. So that kind of evidence I'm talking about. Because as I said to you guys, I don't just come here so and sit down every day on live and chat. I am doing digging. And if I get the right amount of things that I need, I will be sending it to the police. And I will be sending it to a police that we're going to get justice. And to be honest with you, if I get the evidence that I need or I am looking for, I will be sending it to both the Privy Council and both to Jamaica. So I don't want no one to feel like I'm just sitting down here every day chatting because I got a mouth to talk. I am actually have my team digging and searching. And if I was in Jamaica where I was privy to certain information, I promise you somebody would have got on long time. If I was in Jamaica, free principal in Jamaica would have lost their job already. My darling, good morning, my darling. How are you doing? Candies. Yes, because I don't understand what is the problem with us Jamaican. If something don't directly affect us, we don't care. I am not too bad now that I see you, my darling. I'm not too bad at all. Thank you for stopping by. You understand? This is a problem that I genuinely have. I really have the problem, and I have the question to ask. What's up? As a diplomat, that is it, my darling. What's up with we as humans, right? What is the problem? Why we can't stick together and come together for the better good of society? You're telling me right now, right? You're telling me that this principal in Clarendon is still in the school. Why? This principal in the other the school where they walk out with the 6-year-old baby, he or she is still there, because I haven't heard none of these principals step down yet. You understand? The principal in Manchester, he's still there. And you know why he's still there? Because the people who can stand up for equal rights and justice. They just don't care. They just don't care because let me tell you something. A principal from a school came out and gave a misleading information about a child from his or her school. There should be no question whether you give us those information knowingly or unknowingly. You should go. Because let me tell you how hypocrite work. You see, if this was a politician, everybody would call for the politician to step down. I see a politician guy kiss an ex-politician wife, and they create a big uproar, and he have to step down. Was it Jeremy Cunt? I can't remember if it was. No, it wasn't Jeremy. Was it Jeremy Cunt? I think no, it wasn't Jeremy Cunt. It's the next one, right? And I am saying, if a man kiss an ex-man wife, that ain't got shit to do with society. That haven't got nothing to do with society. That's not affecting me and you one way or another. So the same way that they can call for that person to step down, it's the same way if a teacher or a police officer or a doctor or a principal fail somebody that they meant to use their profession and look about should step down as well. I see hurricane coming out countries. Exactly. I see Boris Johnson break his own rules and he have to step down. He have to step down. Boris Johnson had the biggest mandate since 1912. And when he break his rule, he have to step down. They wouldn't have it no other way. So why when we have a principal that deceiving the children that he or she meant to protect and serve, we don't say anything about it? You're a principal for a school, right? You're a principal for a school, and somebody tried to take away one of your children, right? And when they come to you to phone for the police, you are going to say, you cannot phone for police because the landline in the school is not working. If they can verify and confirm that that principal has said that, that principal, he or she need to go. That principal need to go. And the thing is this, when it comes to certain things, we need to set examples. You understand? A teacher done something, a principal done something. One love, what about my brother? A principal done something, a teacher done something. I am not for forcing people out of their job. I am not for it. However, certain job is serious, is risky. You understand? And unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumble. So I would like to know why the principal in Mineral Lights Primary in Clarendon still have that post as a principal. And in April, 3 of your boys assault a 12-year-old girl, and the girl sadly lost her life in September. And from my understanding of checking on that story is that the principal was not aware of it and did not tell it to the child mother. Now, If that happened in your school and you don't know, right? That happened into your school under your watch. And April, May, June, July, August, September, that's half of a year. And you don't reach out to that child parents and investigate an inquiry to find out what happened, how it happened, where it happened, and let the parents know about this thing. As a principal or indeed a teacher, you should simply step down. And it's as simple as that. Because the thing is this, even if you, as a principal, you heard even a story, and that is why I said to people, guys, when you see something, when you hear something, simple, say something, because at the end of the day, you cannot hear something and then you don't know. So say it, let me check on it, and then when we check on it, it's nothing. You understand? Because from what I read about that little girl, she started they abusing, they abuse her, they beat her up, they do her everything they do her under the sun. And you know what happened? They bullied her because of her size and stuff like that, and they beat her up. They beat her up. And she didn't went home and tell her parents, it can be because of fear. You know how bullies are in school. Like children will scared of other bullies and they don't go home and report it. So as a principal, you should be in touch with your school students then to know that there's no bullying culture going on in your school. You understand? Every principal should be aware of what goes on in his or her school. You understand? Because if you are a principal and a bullying system is going on in your school and you're not aware of it, you're not doing your job. Now, the little girl started to get sick. Her parents then take her to the doctor. What happened? Well, they find out there was a blood clot in her brain and it was too late to save her in September last year. Can you imagine how devastated you'll be? Guys, big words, guys, big words. Devastated. Big word. Can you imagine how devastated that would make you feel and be because your child that you're trying to get to get your child a future by sending them to school, and then the same school that you're sending them to cause his or her life. Can you imagine how you feel as a parent? And the principal that govern that school don't have a clue? That principal, we need that principal to step down. The principal in Mineral Heights, Clarendon, Mineral Heights Primary in Clarendon, we need that principal to step down. They bullied her and beat her up and caused she to have they hit her, and that's why she have that blood clot on her brain, and that's what caused become fatal for her. She was under 12. Right? Move on from that school to it's not a prep school, man. What you call them, like a private school? Oh God, it's not a prep school. Is it prep? I can't remember if it's prep school. They call, you know, them like a private ones. No, move on from that school to the other school, right? A gentleman walk into the school, walk out of the school with a 6-year-old baby. Walk past the security guard, walk out of the school with the people in picnic. And what the news are reporting, that when they told the principal to phone for the police, The principal state that he has not, the long line is not working. I am sure there is more than 100, and I know that is a fact. There's more than 100 phone on that school compound. And my question to that principal is this one. So you are telling me your school caught fire and everybody life is in danger and at risk. And because your long line ain't working, you will not call the fire department? Is that what you're telling me? Or am I the only one that see that there is something drastically wrong with these comments and these behaviors? Hmm? Am I the only one that's telling myself that these are serious issues? Empress, my darling. Empress, have you got a next page? Because you know people doing all kind of crap, you know. This is a question I've been asking Kerry. This is a question that I am asking. And what I think hurts me is that I feel like a lot of parents heard this story. I think a lot of parents know of this story. But yet still, when I find for us as humans, when the thing don't directly affect us, we don't care that much. And I think that is becoming a big problem in society. Because the thing does not affect us directly, we don't engage with it as we should or as we could. You understand? And I think that's a problem we have, and we need to get that culture. We need to change that culture. Drastic changes need to that culture there that we've got. Now, that is two principle. Moving on to the next principle. This principle that I genuinely feel that this is pure evil in a high place. I think this principle is wickedness in high places. That principle goes by the name of Gabriel in Manchester High School. I think it is wickedness in high places. Lava, pick up yourself, mama. Because as all of you who are already aware, or all of who already know about Jayden case, right? Now, this little boy went missing on the 26th of September. Yeah? Everybody have it that he got missing from the Friday, and we're talking on social media, we're encouraging search and all of these things, right? Now, Principal Gabriel came out and gave us a whole bunch of stories about sighting of Jayden after the Friday. And you know what that did? You know what that did? That let 95.6.5% of the people just ease up and catch breath. Because what he does, he led us to believe that this little boy was 100% alive after the Friday. So everybody get a sigh of relief. Only that to start to question things and know that he was actually lying through his teeth. Blessing. Morning, my darling. Then we have to ask our question We have to ask ourselves this question. What was his motive, or what is the reason for that? Because in one interview, they asked him, he said he don't know the parents, right? He said he don't know the parents. And in another interview, he's telling you how he's speaking with the parents, them, and he's giving you a whole bunch of different stories. And I am praying to God up above that these police and most people are asking the question was most people are asking the question why the principal feels the need to insert himself into this case. Why? Why does the principal feel the need to insert himself in this case? Because I feel the principal has inserted himself so far in this case, you can't even see his head, how deep he's in. So we have to ask ourselves the question, why, sir? Why? You get where I'm coming from? Why? Why? What you have to gain or what you have to lose? Because I feel like if a child go missing and the school that the child was going to, principal and teachers should rally some kids and they go out on a search or they make some videos or whatever the case may be. But not Gabriel. Gabriel is all over this like rash. I'm wondering. It's just the fact that he likes the limelight or is protecting his interests or defending his interests. Let me tell you something. Right now, I feel like the police force, respect spirit. I feel like the police force in Manchester, I feel like they are doing us a really, really, really big injustice. Yeah. I feel like, my brother, I feel like they are doing, DK, it's true. It's true. I feel like the police system in Manchester, they are doing us a big, big injustice. Because, and the reason why I said this, they are not coming forward to let us know that, okay, it's still an open investigation, whatever. And the simple fact that we, the people, can see so much inconsistency. I think they are part of the cover up as well. And I feel like it's only if we ever know. I think it's just a fact that if we ever know what is going on, a lot of us probably would just be so disgusted and ashamed by it. Because when I tell you people right now, this thing is so frustrating. It's so frustrating. It's crazy how frustrating it is. And you lot see me come on here every day, and thinking like, oh, this guy is good. It's frustrating. I'm telling you, it is so frustrating because when I sit down and I replay all of their interviews, all of what they have said, I am not a detective, and I am finding strong grounds to go and interrogate these people. Okay? I am finding strong grounds that I should go and interrogate them. Fact that there's no indication. About 15,000 for a liver now. It's out there. And what I am saying, guys, is this. I cannot see no indication that these people are doing anything. Indication that these people is doing anything. And sometime I sat down because I feel like, you see the amount of ranking we're going, I feel like the amount of digging that I have been doing, I feel like if the police, they must do half of the digging that I myself have been doing, they would have come up with something a long time. Yeah. I honestly feel like if these police, they were doing half of the digging that I am doing as a civilian, I think they would have come up with something ages ago. I'm telling you, they are trying to spin the narrative. But see, the thing is this, the people that they are telling, because what they are doing, they are talking to people, right? They are talking to people. So for example, say Wiz and people are accusing Wiz of stealing £3 million. Wiz come to me and said to me, say, Tiger, why you know, say me hungry and I don't have the money for buying no food. I beg £130 or so for buy a little food. So now, you know what Wiz I do this, sir? Wiz I plant a seed in my head. If anytime I hear somebody say, yo, Miss Steve, £3 million, me I go tell him, say, oh no man, thief was £3 million. That's what they always beg me £30 for buy some sugar. So that is what I mean by they are trying to spin the narrative. But let me tell you something, Wiz. It might be the case, it might genuinely be the case, but somebody need to speak. And you say if Martin Luther did feel say, if he speak, they might go analyze him. we would have probably never reached our way to the Malcolm X. And if a person is gonna go because they speak, at least when I disappear, they must say, all right, Tiger disappeared because he was speaking about certain things or against certain things. So at least that would make people thinking, you know what? There might be something in what he was saying, because then take him out. I feel right now is that something is going on and something need to give. Because when you go on the the JCF website, it is disgraceful, it's disgusting. One love. Big up yourself, my bad charge. It is disgusting. 1,011 children disappear from January to October. I'm saying, united we're gonna stand, and divided we're gonna fall. So when everybody who have a heart or have a courage will come out, because them gonna have two choices then. Them gonna have one choice to come for one person, or a next choice to come for everybody. Because I feel like say a lot of us, as I said, unless the thing affect us directly, we don't. It's like we don't care, you know. I think that is kind of disgusting still. Yes, we are here talking about jayden now, but my question still remains is this: what about all of the people that we haven't speak about? I remember now there's 1,011. And if I don't think we speak about 11 of them. For an island to 3 million people to lose 1,000 and odd pitney in about 10 months, that is some serious thing, that is serious. That's very serious. And it remain is this: are we gonna sit down and allow it to become normalized in society? Or are we gonna call it out ourselves? Everything is sacrifice either, you know. No, it's not everything is sacrifice. Because the 4-year-old baby that lost his life on New Year's Day or Boxing Day or New Year's Eve, that's nothing to do with sacrifice. That's just because the police and the soldier them sometimes some of them feel like they are above the law that they are enforcing. You see, the thing is this, with even Jayden, can I remember it wasn't Jayden parents that come forward, you know. It's stranger. It's stranger because you see, sometime in life, circumstances make you who you are sometime. And let me tell you something. When you lost a child, scent of a tiger in order to pick up yourself in your grieving state to go upon social media and running up and down to look and defend all of these things while grieving for your child. Trust me, a lot of us come on this media here and feel like say, oh, it is one to it's not, trust and believe me, it is not as easy as I would seem. It's not that easy. Believe me to God that before God a man, it is not that easy. Believe a lot of children go missing. But as a parents or as an adult that have loved ones like nieces, nephews, you know, and stuff like that, you would feel and know the impact that ever and you losing one of those family members. So a lot of people might think it's not, I promise you no man, it's not the easiest thing. When it's not your immediate family or your blood, you get at that time you can say what and what I would do if it was me. But if you was in that predicament, a lot of us right now was in Jayden mother's situation, we probably would not be coping so well. You know? And some of us probably would be coping better than she's actually coping. Because I spoke to her. I don't know if you guys know this. I spoke to her on the phone all the time. Well, not all the time, but I spoke to her. And when I speak with her, I can tell you guys one thing. Whether you guys want to believe me or no, I can tell you one thing. She is a broken lady. She is broken. Yeah. And that is the reason why I cannot understand the old crocodile woman. Those are the reason why I cannot understand she. Listen, I'm not even talking about the hyena or the reptile. I'm not even talking about the tea guy or the Chinese girl or those ones. I'm talking about the auntie. And the reason why I'm talking about her, because what is clear and evident is that she was like the guardian for the child. Right? I feel like she was like the guardian. No, even if you have a dog in your yard and 7 people in that yard, the dog will take 1 person out of the 7 for their master. Promise you that I have 4 dogs already. It doesn't matter how many people in that yard, that dog is going to take one person for the master. And the dog will take the one person for the master, the person who do the most communication with the dog, the person who do the most feeding and stuff like that. That dog will latch on to that one person, right? But still, we listen to everybody in the yard, but that dog will more listen to one particular person. And I am saying that to say this. And in my opinion, is more like the mother for the house. You understand? Mr. T driving car, him go all over the place, him do this, him do that. You know, him will come in and say love kitchen and cook 1 and 2 times and stuff like that. But I would have say also like that, oh, Han would have been the head of the yard. So therefore, the children, them gonna look up to her as the guardian, the protector, the mother. And the fact that she have a child for 7 years and the child have gone missing, and her emotion is like a crocodile. None. Now, that is strange. That is very strange, my friend. Turn it any way you want to twist it. That is very strange. Let me ask you one question. Let's say any one of you guys, and I want to know honest opinion. Stop thinking about Jayden case and answer me this question honestly from your heart. Let's say, how many of us in this live right now? 27. Let's say the 27 of us in this live right now, we went out and all of us had up a child. Right? All of us in this live stream right now, we went out and we adopt a child. Right? And we have that child for 7 years. And then that child go missing. How many of us in this life right now will be that cold and heartless like what Anne is displaying? How many of us in this life right now could have been that heartless and cold like she's displaying? I am going to go first. I could not do it. And I am going first. I could not do it. No, you haven't. That's hi, that's not my face. That's not me. No, my brother was the one that do the morning live. No, seriously. My brother is the person. You're probably speaking about my brother. Exactly. And I remember I went to the park, yeah. I remember I went to the park with Leslie, right? I went to the park with Leslie and I was riding on my scooter. But when I ride the scooter, it's always I am fine. I went to the park with Leslie, right? And when I went to the park with Leslie, it's always how comes you not following me? Like What's going on here? Why you're not following me? Did you know that you're not allowed to talk to me if you're not following me? Did my brother not tell you that? My brother should have told you, if you don't follow me, you cannot talk to me because I won't be able to answer you. Where are you from? Are you from Sweden? Do you want me to follow you? Where are you from? Sweden? And question cannot answer question either. I ask you, are you following me? And then you're gonna ask me, are you following me? Question cannot answer question. Where about in Sweden you're from? And so this is the thing that I am trying to say to you guys, right? Now, if we were to go and what's the word I'm looking for? And adopt a child, right? If we were to go and adopt a child and we have that child for 7 years, and I can even go less than a child. Oh, can I come and live with you in Canada? If I was to go and I cannot find, where is he? Come here, come here, come here. You don't want to come up. I'll show him to Leslie, right? If I cannot find Leslie, I'm telling you, there will be no sleeping for me. Seriously, there will be no sleeping for me. And I wouldn't even have to, you guys would just want to see me to know that. You see the way how we can look at the mother and we can tell that the mother is broken. Yeah. That is what you call actions speak louder than words. And I don't know. And it's not because, oh yeah, the cat is sleeping. And it is not because I believe in my heart that they should go to jail, right? But I just think like there's no empathy, there's no mercy, there's nothing coming from their side. And I don't care. I don't care what people want to tell me. There's no empathy, there's no sympathy, there's nothing coming from their side, nothing at all coming from their side. And the reason why I ask you guys if you was to go and adopt a child, the reason why I said that, so that you put it in your brain that it's actually not your child. Yeah. Because you see the thing for me, right? I don't know if everybody share the same opinion as me. I don't know if everyone share that same opinion as me. But yes, I will agree that you will have a different type of love for your biological child. Big words, guys, big words. Biological, big words. Big words, guys, big words. However, I will not expect you should sit around, stand around, and see a next child is getting hurt into no shape or form and not stepping. I would like to think we are human enough to see a child in need and go to that child rescue. It doesn't have to be your child. So if a child go missing, it should be a part of your plan to help to get that child back in it. And how it goes, let alone, because I see, and this is the thing that people need to look at it now. There's people from all walks of life. For example, me. I have never heard about Jayden. I have never even known about this child existence. But yet still, I can still find it in my heart to come on board to give a voice to the voiceless. Miss Jackson, how you doing, my darling? So, my question is this. If people from America, Germany, France, Spain, Zimbabwe, Africa, Canada, Trinidad, Cayman can step in and trying to advocate for this child, why then can the auntie and the cousins and the dad and the brother not do it? Can anybody answer that question, please and thanks? It is a question. You hear me? Can you guys hear me now? Are you guys hearing me? Good. True, you hear me? True. Tell me if you can hear the emojis. Did you hear that? So? Okay. Alright, cool. Because I just Kiki, big up yourself. I know I'm gonna big up Kiki. And guys, yes, as Mr. Kiki, remember, I wanna take a special time out to big up each and every single one of you guys who have been on every single platform. About to say, guys, big up on yourself, because there's a lot of you guys that you guys goes from platform to platform. Once they're saying justice for the child, you guys are there. And to be frank with you guys, we the streamers need you guys, because you guys make it doable and stuff like that, because you guys come, you have your thoughts, you have your comment, so it is not just us the streamers, because you guys are a part of the mission, and I want every single person, every single one of you guys to give a little tap on your left shoulders, because you guys make it possible also, because I see people from platforms to platforms to platforms, and I notice there's a certain set of people I only bottom up on Jayden's platforms. So I want to say art to I big up on myself, you know, and I hope that this this thing keeps on growing. I hope it keeps on growing because everybody know for my thing, I I don't just want justice for Jaden. I want justice for our children across the universe. So we gotta start somewhere, obviously, and I hope this is the starting of the beginning. In my opinion, that's what I want. That's what I'd like to see. And for people to just start to tell themselves, you know what? Yes, I cannot save the world. However, I will do my little bit. And the more we adapt that style and principle, is the further we'll get. You understand? Rather than saying that, oh, yeah, one man, we can't work everywhere, so you just do nothing. No, 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 no. I am one person and I cannot save the world. However, I am going to do my little bit. And just imagine 2 billion people with that same mindset. That is 2 billion bits. Put them together. That's a big bit. So yes. And when you guys can afford to, yeah man, journey along the platform them. And you know, even your little comment, your little likes, you're just sitting there listening, or you go on your Google and you check on all little stuff. That is helping towards a cause. And I am hoping that the streamers them will understand that people are genuinely interested and the people are going from platforms to platforms just to see if there's anything new, is there any information. So we should allow the people to go from platform to platform and be themselves while we carry on. Because there was a lot of contention going on among streamers and I care zero about certain things. We don't need that. So I'm taking the time out to big up you all who find the time to go around from platform to platform because I I don't run a 24-hour live. So if I'm not live, you guys have to find somewhere else to go and listen to see if there's any news coming out about Jaden or any other children. So big up on yourself. And my respect goes out to each and every single one of you guys. Because whether you go up in a box and talk, whether you comment, whether you tap the screen, I come up with one assumption that you guys simply care. Because you could be scrolling, you could be watching some ass jump over the moon, you could be watching some information. I'm gonna comb through them. But is that any better? As school say no. I call the place school. And the inside iPhone I freeze up. I call the place cool like that. I know why Australia can be so cool at times. Guys, if anyone on in the live here, because I can see two people that are not following the host. Guys, can you please to follow the host, please, and thank you. And may your follow basket never empty. Hold on, let me look on the person. Yeah, there's one person at the live and now follow me, guys. Can you please follow the host, please, and thank you. Because when you follow the host, that is the only way you're gonna get the most. That's the same thing I've been saying, because I just feel like in a situation like this, we have to choose one out of the two evil. Toto, you know, sir, we search the we search upon it now. Well, we search upon with a drone. Have you not seen? Well, I've got all of the drone footage. Oh shit! Yeah, my other phone. I've got all of the drone footage. You know. Goodness of God, ever bless. Yeah, I've got all of. Have you not seen any of the footage on the play, Jim? No. Let's just stop. Why I haven't posted up mine them yet? Because the John guy, he didn't charge us to do the Leslie, please to stop, Leslie. I haven't posted up any of the footage yet. I've got all of them. Yeah, I've got 14 different clips. But the reason why I haven't posted them yet, because the guy, he didn't charge us to do it. He said to me that he will do it for us for free. However, he want the kid to he wanted to able to post the video. So I decided, okay, I am gonna let him post them first. So that's why I haven't posted any. And then we had sent them to a officer in America to analyze them for us. And I think they had sent back the result from one, but they didn't. They had the discovery what they have find. I couldn't see it, and you lot just remind me to go and follow that lead up today. Yes, I'm gonna follow check on that lead today as well. But yeah, I seen all of them. I seen all of the footage. Like seeing all of them, and I think there's a little part of the pan that still need to think. But you see, the thing is this, Toto. For me personally, my brother, as I said what I believe and I believe what I said. I personally, at not one point, I was like 100% thinking that we're gonna find Jayden in the pan. I was thinking there probably could have been other bodies in there, but I did not necessarily think say Jayden per se. But my thing is this: that is one thing that we can eliminate when I'm gonna see if we're gonna try and get the drone back in there for a second time, or we're gonna analyze what we already have. There's a lot of footage to watch them out and go through them all. You're on my next phone. I can't see my other phone. I don't know what it is. That's where we had to the pan. We haven't found none. Well, I haven't found anything concrete and conclusive in it, but apparently one person I came up with some different thing. But I think rather than gun down things, we should say, you know what? Well, at least we have checked that one out. Some police person in America send them to, and they said that they're gonna do. We have person in America that we can contact and help us with these cases. Yeah, and these are the things. Remember now, you have a whole bunch of ways. So anybody have any farmer information that will give us assistance, then for come and link we up and make we know because remember the whole of we are just yeah, I think so. I think Eric can mash up the water down that side. But what I'm saying guys, we have to remember the whole of we are civilian, And remember now we don't really know like train for these things. We are just here trying to advocate for justice for these children. So anybody will have anything where you think it will be significant to what we are doing. Chip in man with all respect, chip in and shatter one message or send for your number or stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, as I said, this clearly could have been any one of us. So if we try to give a helping hand here, there, or anywhere, it wouldn't hurt. It would not hurt, in my opinion. It wouldn't hurt. You know? So yeah. More for the guys, you tell me how I feel because I think a lot of people, right? I feel like a lot of people have not. I feel like a lot of people have not heard a lot of these interviews and stuff like that. So I'm gonna play the one that I find very shocking out of all of them. So you guys can probably hear some of it. Yeah man, Toto, shot me a message, yeah, man. Shot me a message. I have people in America too. Name them to me and just tell me what to say or who to say and we'll get onto them. You know? Mm-hmm. There's nothing to worry about starting next year. Just click on my name and go in our message part. I shot the message in there. Full of firm meditation. One day things must get better. What do you mean what happened? What happened? I don't understand. I look for an interview. Are we early? Yeah, when more about interview and more and play. We can go and listen to it because I feel like a lot of people I send the names, them names. Alright, my brother, big up yourself, a lot of love. Yeah, guys, I want to play the interview for all who don't listen to it. So now if you let me know if I'm not hear it properly. I'll start it from the beginning. Because that interview here, I have a lot to say now. Yeah.
So people, with all the allegations that are showing at Jayden Smith's family, they are here to answer questions, right? We know that everybody we are listening right now have a question for asking about.
I hear it good.
Can get for asking the question, but make sure say when we're done.
When I hear it clear and loudly, talk to me. Somebody talk to me. Are you guys hearing it clearly? Alright.
Listen, all the way, they must say, when I get all the answers when I need. And trust me, this don't look good. People, to me, it look like Jayden wander gone somewhere far too. And he must sleep on the shop piers or something somewhere of this ark. Because some things that are said in this interview or in this life, in a normal, you may tell you, because they must say one at a time before them take Jayden used to sleep on roadside and the shop piers and he wasn't going to school. And one normal thing. That's why the woman said Jayden go rough. People, they are begging now. Sit back, relax, and listen. Jayden, two cousin, and Jayden's aunt. That is the guardian. The same woman will take care of Jayden. And the youth, where them say, see him leg broke or something, see him mother, they panic too. And an ex-cousin. So 3 family members. Please listen.
Demar went back to the hospital to assist my aunt because she could not leave because they ended up admitting the baby. When they admit the baby's foot was declared broken after 5 a.m. in the morning. He broke his femur. When that was declared broken, after 5, Jayden would have not been privy to this information. Jayden did not know this. Jayden got ready and Jayden left for school. Now, look at the series of events. When would Jayden get a beating? In the car on the way to the hospital? At the hospital, all the camera footage is at the hospital.
Who took Jayden to school?
He went to school with his
uncle.
The uncle, what do you call that?
Uncle in-law. Uncle Karim. Make Kami.
The uncle in-law.
Uncle in-law. From their perspective.
Uncle in-law. When the child's mother, remember, I see a lot of people saying, oh, they're frightened to find Sydney and this and that. This is a regular black child with Jamaican parents. However, they live in the US, but it's Jamaican parents. Nobody is frightened for this child.
Alright, so the uncle left Jayden where?
He left him at a bus stop to get taxi to go to school. His teacher confirmed that he was at school. His principal confirmed that he was at school, and he did not leave school until dismissal. The CCTV.
At what time was dismissal?
I'm not sure what time was dismissal.
Camille, when the uncle took Jayden to school, did the uncle know that the baby foot was broken?
No, he did not know. The baby did not get through in the hospital.
The lady talk, then no question her.
Yes, you guys listening now? So the public is not aware of the fact that there are camera footages that picked up Jayden at Little Caesar and also Mega Mart. He was in Little Caesar after 3. The last footage that picked him up at Mega Mart was after 4. So he went to Little Caesar first and then he went to Mega Mart. The public is not aware of this.
When I hear the last, when he was in Mega Mart, it was after 4. And the next sighting after 5 in the car park, in the taxi stand.
He's also saying every day the auntie says she see my girl school, how she never seen Friday morning. That's because she was at the hospital. So a lot of people, they don't have access to this information. When my cousin realized that she works in healthcare, she's a nurse. So she worked in Jamaica before she submitted in Jamaica. When she realized that her child was not being seen, she booked a flight to Jamaica immediately. Jayden did not know that she was coming to Jamaica, so Jayden could not meet up with her anywhere. She booked a flight for her and her child to leave Jamaica, where she have health care in foreign, could have come back and met the fitness to one doctor. When she got to Jamaica, they told her the child cannot travel because his foot is broken.
You hear what Kamisha, you hear what Kamisha say? Did you hear what Kamisha said? Kamisha said that she could have come back. So she is talking like Kamisha is in America too, you know. Because she said that she could have come back. I don't think Kamisha was in Jamaica. I think Kamisha was in America.
Only mode of transportation would have to be in an ambulance. That's what they told her, because her plan was to take her child and go back to the US so he can see a doctor in the US, which would be his primary care doctor.
Camille, can I ask you a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Are you living at the house where the incident took place? Were you there, or are you saying what you heard from them?
No, I don't live there.
Okay. You only saying what they are saying, right?
And this is factual information that I got, and we have seen the video footages and all of those stuff that you guys are very much saying that are not true.
And you are saying that the public does not aware of CCTV camera. My dear, the whole internet have that and saying it. But my thing is that you are speaking as if you live there, and you are saying this is not true. So basically, allegedly, you are repeating what the household told you. Basically, that it's respect that you respect your uncle.
Yeah. Angel, common statement, and Demar statement. Actually, the same statement.
But just for now, when you hear the piece, the piece say, uncle say him carry the child to a school in the morning, you know, and like the lady did that say, give him $1,200, but no, him give him $1,500. You know, that's not on the other part.
And him carry him to school, him carry him go drop him off out of the main road. Yes. And him take regular taxi. He take him from the home in a film vehicle, but them drop him off on the main road.
But that's
and him bring him go school. Him not drop him at the school gate.
Somebody said the lady said she would give him $1,200 to go to school, but him said no, him a give him $1,500 to go.
Probably him never have no change.
Look here. And this
He said he didn't have any change. He only had $1,500, but his lunch money was $1,200.
Alright, listen to me now. And there's something else I want me to back. Right? When I took my son to the hospital when his foot was broken, right? I went there and found other incident with younger baby that they put in before my child, because my child was 13, right? Listen to me good, right? My pitney was 13, me reach a hospital, 7 o'clock in the evening, and the doctor, them look out at the babies them before.
Because the baby's an emergency.
Yes, it come out clearly what happened to the baby. My boy with 13 years will never stay at the hospital at 5 o'clock the other morning, and a long time before know way more advanced and know see the baby foot broke. May you know by 12 o'clock the night.
You do understand that every hospital is different, right?
But I think the man know. The man would know. I think I won't back with you on that one.
No.
I think the gentleman would know that the foot was broken.
Lovely.
It was swollen enough, so
The
they did not know it
gentleman
was
leave the hospital with Jayden and Demar, you know.
He was seen
and
at
go
Target,
home back, you know, and pick up some stuff. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
And pick up some stuff. See the wife. Bring back at the hospital, go give him wife. Then leave back the hospital because him affair get ready. So say the result come out after 6. Because he leave back.
Okay. Hey, you want to ask you one
I'm
question?
listening carefully, you know.
You want to ask one question? Jayden at school and them a go.
The hospital also has all the footages, and if you guys want to request it, you guys can also request it to see all the stuff that was there as well.
Why him a go back in a month? Why I never carry my stool?
Yeah, man. We don't like to see it. It's so we don't like to see the pussy. Just see it, my friend.
That is true. And like I said, I understand from you guys' perspective, because if I was in all of your shoes, wouldn't I make assumptions too? However, based on the investigation, these footages are not available to the public.
What type of public
I get that, but based on what's happening, they cannot release the footages to the public.
You know, me don't want to
They
see
can
it.
only do the timeline to say this and that and whatever. They cannot release the footages to the public. That's JCF's rule.
Come in.
Okay.
Because it's an active investigation that's going on, so they cannot release it. The only thing that they can state is that he was seen on footage and whatever. We are appealing to persons on Perth Road. He was last seen on Perth Road. A lot of houses and nice houses are around there. If persons who live in that area who have like camera on their house that project like to the road, that would have also been very helpful to see if him walk past, if nobody pick him up, if this, because that was the last place he was seen going up Perth Road after he exit Mega Mart.
How far from Perth Road he lives? How far from Perth Road Jayden lives?
The Jayden, I'm not sure if you guys know Mandeville. Jayden taxi stand is at Willowgate Plaza. Perth Road would be around where Mega Mart is, around Manchester High School front gate. That's where his high school is.
So again, come in.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
1 minute. Let me ask Camille a question. Is it that, all right, and the whole entire universe is saying this about the baby and everybody appealing? Is any of the family member come together and say, look here, auntie, uncle, listen, what happened? Okay, I don't have anything can tell because people are accusing me. What is happening? Anybody ever really sit down and see? Everybody different for their family. You know, nobody's accusing. People are saying them and people are saying them. At the end of the day, the family now step forward because it takes 2 weeks. 2 weeks after person.
They have been searching every single day, and this is a lot of things that on the media now, because from Jayden went missing, they have been searching every single day, and people are not aware of this.
No, but you still don't answer the question, Camille. I know everybody knows that people are searched. The question is it that I wanted to ask, believe the question, but it was so vice-versa. The question is any one of the family member really look into it as a person, a parent, and say, auntie, uncle, this is where we are now. This happened, I don't know what to Jayden, question. This is the question we may try to find out. That everybody defending auntie, uncle, everybody defending the family.
We have been trying to figure out, because as I said, Jayden went to Perth Road, and Jayden has no business on Perth Road, because where his taxi stand is way far from Perth Road. So what he went on Perth Road to do, nobody has no idea.
Is Jayden a slight child? Is he a slight child that doesn't understand himself or just
No.
But no, come in.
Good evening. I want to ask you a few questions, right?
Go ahead.
Alright. So, let me ask you, let me get a background of Jayden. Is Jayden a kind of child that have ever, like, just gone away, wandered off,
No.
some hours and not seen him?
No.
Alright. In terms of Jayden coming home in the evening, right? School dismisses at what, 3?
Around that time, right?
Alright. And how far is his home from Mandeville?
Probably about a 30 to 45 minutes drive, or maybe less.
Okay. So normally when time in dismiss from school, like what time you normally reach home?
He normally reach, my auntie said normally reach up like after 4, he would reach up early.
So when did it become alarming, a call for concern?
So when my cousin got to Jamaica to relieve my aunt from the hospital, because when she landed in Montego Bay, she landed after 2 in Montego Bay. From Montego Bay to Mandeville is like a 3 hours drive. She went straight to Mandeville so she could relieve my auntie so she could go home from the hospital. That was Friday night. So she got to the hospital around after 7 p.m. When my aunt went home, that's when she realized that Jayden is not home. That's when the discovery was made that Jayden did not reach home from school.
So where was Demar? And
Demar was at the hospital.
So where was the uncle?
The uncle went to work in the morning after he...
Alright. I'm gonna show you say. I'm gonna show you say I lie them I tell and none of these none of these make no sense. You hear what she say? So the cousin reached at the hospital. The cousin reached at the hospital, she say after 7 p.m., right? Okay, so hear this now. So when we attack, people want jump down with throat and say we are say this and we are say that. I got play back that when me done. Hold on. And then when we now come up and I say all these things, them say we are the problem. Right? Them say we are the problem. Right? But you hear what she just said a while, you know. Listen to this. Listen to this.
So if they were used to lock the phone, they didn't used to lock the phone. But when I come in and we check the phone, like, you understand? The phone lock. Yes. You hold it up. Yeah. You know nobody else in there. Yeah. So we drive was same time we pick up a commentary. You pick up in daddy and the bigger brother. We say head back and go. Maybe get down drive for Mandeville. Yes. And we head back out of Mandeville. Before we reach Mandeville, we meet up a new bus station. Yeah. We tell the police. We say, officer, me go yard, me see me look him nephew in law. So me go Oh, that after about what hour? No man, me just say early in about 6:30, quarter to 7. In the same Friday. Oh, same Friday. Yeah.
Alright, so you hear that? 6:30, quarter to 7, the same Friday. You don't hear that while? You don't hear it? Alright, listen again.
So me say no man. That after about what hour? No man, me just say early in about 6:30, quarter to 7. In the same Friday.
So this is what I try to say to you. Say, when time we attack, people of your gun we down. Right? Good morning, my darling. Can listen to this.
The uncle gave my auntie so she could go home from the hospital. That was Friday night. So she got to the hospital around after 7 p.m. When my aunt went home, that's when she realized that Jayden is not home. That's when the discovery was made that Jayden did not reach home from school.
So where was Demar?
And Demar was at the hospital.
So you see that? You see say, no, what them say now add up the car. She say the Aina went to the hospital 7 p.m. The Aina state that when she went to the hospital 7:09, her mother and her father stayed with her again an extra hour. So that would have get to 8 p.m. at night. And this brother here now say him got the station go report say Jayden didn't come home 6:30, quarter to 7 on the same Friday. From? So it just not add up. It's just not adding up. It's just not making any sense. And remember, what the girl say is 100% right. Whatever she says right.
That Jayden did not reach home from school.
So where was Demar?
And Demar was at the hospital.
So where was the uncle?
The uncle went to work in the morning after he dropped off Jayden to school. He went to work and then
Does Jayden have a key?
Yes, Jayden have a key. Yeah.
So, Kimmy, did you know that there's a nurse from the hospital who didn't want to appear on the live? Said that
the family was acting so vice
I'm aware of that, but you see on social media, a lot of people come with fake
I
news
was on the live
and stuff like that. A lot of people come with, because people, I've seen people even comment that, oh, the incident happened on a Wednesday and they're sure, and people say, oh, they're sure and they bury me in backyard. So a lot of people come with a lot of stuff.
No, I'm not.
Not true.
The nurse. For real, Sammy. But Kami, listen to me now. One question I ever asked.
When did you report the matter to the police? When was he reported to the
The
police?
same night when they realized he didn't come home, because that's not
The
Jayden.
same night around what time?
I'm not sure what time, but once when she went home and she realized Jayden was not home, she went back in the town and the driver around searching. And
You see, oh, diplomat she start to get now. I realize what going on, you know. Love positive morning. I realize what going on. You know, notice with she. Anytime it come about time, she never know. Me, the woman asks her what time Jayden school over. She says she don't know, and the woman come back and ask her if a 3 o'clock, and she say yes. A dangerous one this, a dangerous girl this a girl there.
then they reported the incident to the police.
So what time the uncle reached home?
2 persons saw Jayden. 1 person saw Jayden and asked Jayden. You know, even
You see that? What time the uncle reached home? 2 persons saw Jayden. She completely and utterly blank at the question there. She completely gone past the question there.
aware country people and searching, and then they reported the incident to the police.
So what time the uncle reached home?
2 persons saw Jayden. 1 person saw Jayden and asked Jayden. You know, if you're not aware of country people, everybody know everybody. Somebody saw Jayden and asked Jayden, like they would say, where you don't escalate? And he said he was coming from cadet training. When my aunt called the school, cadet did not keep that day because it was raining. Another
So
person thought,
is it a case where he normally go cadet training now come home late on the evening then when he go cadet training?
he would have reached home later than normal when he go cadet.
Oh, because we know Mandeville, when time rain fall in Mandeville, we're just say I will get in take taxi because I attended church teachers college, so I'm familiar with the environment. So we're just say I will get in take taxi run it sometimes flooded. And if you live rural Manchester, sometimes it's difficult for you to get drive.
I was also wondering if you probably take a wrong taxi or what, but taxi.
But why would you assume he took a wrong taxi?
No, I'm saying that's what going through my head. Like, why would he go to Perth Road, or if they had try to walk out of the rain, but he actually walked into the rain.
But remember that Perth Road, based on my remembering, I see him stretch that the high school is on.
Yes. Remember, he went to school on Friday. His teacher
Exactly,
confirmed.
and you did say that he went to Mega Mart.
Right.
That I just outside the school.
Right. So is it a case where him a walk round like
Alright, so Manchester High School has a front gate and a back gate. The back
I'm
gate,
aware of that.
Yeah, the back gate would have landed him directly at him bus stop.
Right.
Yes.
So he was seen at, I'm not sure which gate he exit the school from when school over enough, but the last footage pick him up at Mega Mart. Leaving Mega Mart, he went inside Mega Mart and come out, and he did not purchase anything or nothing. So he went.
So when he come up outside Mega Mart, which one an exit he use? He exit.
He went right up to Perth Road. He walked up to Perth Road.
That would have been the back gate.
No, Mega Mart. We're not talking about the school. No, that was that.
Yeah, but remember Mega Mart have a exit, you know. I don't know if that's
Exit
still
to the back.
Yes. Have an exit at the back too, you know.
Yes. The mother of the baby wants not supposed to add her to the box.
She's added. She's
up here.
The mother of the baby.
I don't know how to use it. Oh.
yeah, we can hear you.
You hear me? Okay. Hi everybody.
Shanique.
I am Shani. And Kami is my cousin. And everything that she's saying is correct because Kami is like a sister. Both mothers grow very close together. Everybody grow very close together. So as these things happen, I message her immediately. Hey, this is what happened. Because whenever she takes care of Zaire, sometimes when she was here, when she's visiting me, so it's like always providing that information. So it's always updating her. So as much as guys are asking, oh, she's writing off a script or something, literally, Kamisha is being told every inch of the way what's happening. The person that talk about the fact that the child get through a hospital, I can show you messages every hour. Me say, mommy, we not get through yet. Mommy, them not soon yet. And that is what grew me so angry and upset
because I'm like, the child went to her Greece. They do have a copy of the X-ray. Why is it that they're not seeing him as yet? Why is it taking so long? He's in pain. He's there. Why is he not taking so long? Look here, as Kanye said, I literally booked a ticket with both of us. The Jamaica was because his father went to training and I would not have any help in the US.
Shanice.
Yes, dear.
Alright. So, you said his femur got damaged, right?
Yes.
Did you contact the airline to ask if they would have accepted him on the flight?
Well, first of all, the doctors were saying that it was not a good idea because of the pressure. It would cause more pain for him.
How long is the flight?
It doesn't matter how long the flight is, just once you go above ear. Because once you go above ear, they were concerned about the pressure on the leg. Be reminded, based on the position of where the fracture is, it's a leg that could not be splinted for travel. I would probably have to get like 3 seats to be able to accommodate him.
Alright, this is to me why I am answering.
Let me ask some question, right? If you travel with the baby in one plane, you would have to get 3 seats. Okay? I am not talking about going up in the air where obviously the air compression could affect the baby, like affect it inside and stuff like that. But to travel the baby, you need 3 plane seats, right? And you're telling me a hospital, a concerned hospital, would release that baby 1 day after that baby in hospital for you to travel with that baby 3 hours in a one car without a car seat. Without a car seat to travel 3 hours in a one car. Because that's what I was thinking. To carry a baby like that, that baby would need to lie down and stretch out the foot. And plus, them say the baby was not in any cast when they bring the baby to St. Anne's Bay Hospital. So I am wondering, would a hospital that care release a child with a broken femur for you to take that car in a one car and bring him 3 hours to our next hospital? It's just something where in I don't know, because normally you have certain hospital in a certain part of the world. If a mother go have one baby and that mother don't have a car seat, that mother can't leave the hospital with the baby. Certain hospital in a certain part of the world, if you're going there, go have one baby out of your belly and you don't have a car seat, you can't take that baby there out of the hospital. And I can tell you that is fact. That's not no question me ask nobody. That is 100% fact. There is hospital in this world right now where if you go there as a mother and you don't have a car seat to put your baby in, you cannot leave that hospital with the baby. And let me tell you something. I don't know if people understand this. You see, when it comes to a 2-year-old baby in a one car, there is no country on this planet. There is no country on this planet would allow no parents to bring a child in a one car with a child in another car seat or seat belt. No country on this planet. Caribbean, first world country, third world country, last world country, the last state. If you have a 2-year-old baby then don't go in a car seat anymore, you have to have that little sit-up straight one where you put them in a seat. Remember, me have pitney. Well, me get pitney. So you are telling me that a sick child with a broken femur is allowed to lie down in a one car? Are you taking the biscuit? Are you really taking the biscuit? No hospital upon this planet, not even upon Mars or Jupiter, is not supposed to release a baby with a broken femur and not even sure to them have. Oh, give me a break. You know what? Give me a break. Google, put it in a Google. Put it in a Google. And ask. I'm going to tell you one question if you ask Google. Ask at what point a child or a child can be traveling in a car without a car seat and a seat belt. Put that in a Google. At what point a child can be traveling in a car without a car seat, a 2-year-old child too. What point a 2-year-old child can be traveling in a car seat or yes, we know say some country I got be a bit relaxed. Even if your pitney are dead, you can't put them in a car seat and dash them in a car seat and drive them, travel them, gone away. We can't tell her that. That is law of every land. Yeah, but this is what I am saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. As a concerned hospital, and unless you're going to tell me that the hospital them don't have no regard for life or regard for them policies. Because as a concerned hospital, that hospital are going to go give you a picnic with a broken femur to carry, travel away with. That hospital to ask your question, the nurse or the doctor to ask you how you're going to transport this child. You understand? Just like if there's a mother and you have a baby in a certain hospital and them you see you no car seat in the hospital, them you see you them are going to ask you where car seat where you going to put the baby in. And if you not have none, you cannot take the baby out of the hospital. So I going to tell me say a femur is a very expensive thing and it's very this and that and difficult. And you tell me say alone knows that the femur is very thing at the hospital don't know this. For a hospital to release a baby with a broken femur bone to travel 3 hours in a one car, I think that is disgraceful.
Date him.
Alright, this is to me why I'm answering. When I came from England, right? What brought me back to Japan?
What? No point in time did I say where Jayden really do. He simply said he was again they were in 2 separate rooms. So my mom was in her bedroom, Jayden and the baby was in the living room playing. So she just heard the crying and then just rushed to him.
So was Jayden and the baby alone in the living room?
In the living room, correct.
So who was there to say that when the baby jumped, Jayden dodged?
Who can say that?
Listen. See, here's the auntie.
Alright, that was Demara say the auntie. I'm going to find something else and play phone now. So, because all of the people them will come at we, you know. Them will come at we. Right? And this is what I try to ask me from the other day. Hold on the
I fix bicycle. I go everywhere. I got Mandeville, I can't jail with me. People kill people. We don't hurt people. No, we can't take no more people. But I'm like, if you think like, oh, my people are gone. Welcome back. I fix bicycle.
Hold on there.
I fix bicycle. And we say Jayden. So they're down in the new one. To every. Since you want me answer. Give me say you tell Jayden same plate. Yeah,
Alright, so I want to listen to this now. Right? Give them an option because remember the hospital have ambulance. Yeah, but this is what I am saying. This is what I am saying. If the ambulance bring the baby to St. Anne's, that's different. And they never said that. Them me I go play the cards and what them say me I go buy no. Me nah assume say then carry me in an ambulance. I mean I assume say then carry me in a car. And them say them bring me in a car. So me I go play it out of them mouth. So unless them a tell lie, and this is what I am saying. I am not saying the baby cannot be transferred, you know. I am not saying that. Because clearly a ambulance would have the capability and the stuff them for transfer a baby, because ambulance is what design, or they design the ambulance to travel with sick people from town to country and country to town. Yes, I'm not saying that. You understand? But I am saying for them to give a baby with a broken femur to a parents to drive 3 hours in one car, I feel like the hospital is irresponsible. Big word, guys, big word, guys, irresponsible, big words. You understand? So, let me play this again.
Who can say we're in 2 separate rooms? So my mom was in her bedroom, Jayden and the baby was in the living room playing. So she just heard the crying and then just rushed to him.
So it was Jayden and the baby alone in the living room?
In the living room, correct.
So who is there to say that when the baby jumped, Jayden dodged?
Who can say that?
Listen. See, here's the auntie. The grandmother.
Damar?
Yes,
It is me, Shani.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Grandma.
Good evening, mommy.
Right. So, I have it up to my neck.
So that was the hyena, and that was the crocodile, and that's come out of their mouth. They don't know who can say what happened to the baby, because it was just the baby and Jayden in the room. Are you guys okay? That's what they said. Are you guys all right with that? I don't know. I'm gonna play it again. Not happening. You don't have to talk to me. Make me know so not here, you know. I've been know so not here. Me can't know so not here for the not tell me so not here. So are you guys okay with the fact that the auntie and the mother for the child said they don't know who can say that, right? And then now I am going to counteract what they just said now.
And the only thing we tell is too much. The only thing we tell him. Alright, listen now. The grandmother said she tell Jayden say she must careful. He must careful next time. Yes, that is what she tell him. Listen now. The youth mother, the 2-year-old mother said she get a call and here say the baby drop off of the bed. And a baby drop off, man. One drop off. In the on the settee, him jump over the settee and jump on Jayden. Jayden move and then him drop and broke his femur bone. But at first, me I hear that same jump.
I can't see comment them. I am in nursing and you are right. Ambulance is a mini hospital until you reach the hospital. The hospital will not be labeled if something happen. Right. So what I am saying, I am just playing what comes out of their mouth for people to hear and make their own decision. And the question that I keep asking, the mother and the auntie does not know what happened to the baby. Now, if you're telling me that Jayden tell Damar that the baby jump on him and he move and the baby jump and broke his femur bone, and you're telling me that this information was given to Damar from Jayden, and Jayden and Damar did not say to his sister or to his mother that, you know, Jayden has told me that the baby jump off of the sofa, jump on him, and him move and broke his femur bone. So, apart from Jayden and Damar, which we'll never know, is just Damar alone know. I believe it's Anne who said it. But I never hear Anne say it. Anne just said that she don't know who could have said that. Han just said that out of her mouth. So because I did not hear her say the baby jump off of the sofa, jump on Jayden and Jayden move and broke the femur bone, I have to agree to disagree with you. I can't say that. I will have to say what she has said. And she said she don't know who said it. Okay? Now, the only person that I am sure said it, it's that, it's Demar. Play out the tape. Okay, I will play out the tape.
Right. So I have it up to my neck. Right now I have it up to my neck. You see, whatever.
Yes, when she says she have it up to her neck, that's where she should have the noose. She should have the noose right up to her neck. Yeah.
All the persons are saying, as Kamisha said, there's no evidence of what persons are saying. Zaire and Jayden alone was in the living room. I was in my bedroom at the time. When I heard the baby cry, I thought he was laughing, so I didn't pay it any mind. But when I hear him scream out again, I rushed to the living room and I pick him up. I saw him on the floor. Honestly, I couldn't tell you that Jayden was behind Zaire, sideways Zaire, because I was frightened when I saw the baby on the ground in pain.
So when you rushed the baby, hold on, mommy. When you rushed into the room, where was Jayden?
She just
As I said, I couldn't tell because I was so frightened when I saw the baby on the ground screaming in pain. I couldn't tell if Jayden was left, right, or center. I only grabbed up the baby and I rushed to my room with the baby. When I tried,
well, based on your recollection of things, right? Okay, you grab up the baby, right? You heard the cry first, and you thought it was a laugh. Then when you hear the phone again, the pain, then you rush to the mathematics. When you rush to the living room, you pick up the baby. After you
listen, hello, me I'm mute your mommy. Hello, me take you down off my life. Hold on, hello, me ignorant, body no my friend. Make the lady talk, you can't talk fair, make she talk.
Make she talk first, then in the ox.
No, I mean, all right, so can go ahead and ask the question. We're really here, as much as we've been heard hearing that, we're not having our presence on social media, and it's simply because of the fact that we have been getting so much backlash, and we don't feel to come out and say anything because nobody's believing what we're saying. So we're here to answer the questions because we're finally here. When Kami came out first, I said, if they're not aggressive at you, then I'll come. But I'm not here for... Our family is not a confrontational family. And nobody can ever say that we ever in a fight or cuss with anybody. That's not us. So Mathematics can go ahead and ask the question that she was trying to get to mommy so that she can actually answer. Because that is what we are here for.
No, she had tell the lady to she go in the room. You have to make the lady talk for herself.
No, she wasn't saying that. She was just trying to create the situation and try to figure out what happened next. So I understand it. So I'm okay with her asking the question because that is what we are here for.
Okay, so can I go ahead now?
Narcos, hold on, mommy. Alright, go ahead, mommy.
Right. So as I was saying, when I came out and saw Zaire crying, as I said, I couldn't tell whether Jayden was at the back or the front or the side of Zaire. I saw the baby on the ground, crunching to his leg or holding on to his leg and screaming like hell. So I pick him up. And when I pick him up, I realized that he's crying even more. So I rushed to my room with him and put him on the bed. When I tried to put him down, I realized he was screaming even more. I even said to myself, I wonder if he'll break him back. I called to Jayden from my room and said, Jayden, what happened to Zaire? Jayden repeated to me and said, Auntie Paula, Zaire fell and hit his leg. I called to my husband immediately and I said to him, something happened to Zaire and I don't know how serious it is and we need to rush him to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, that is when I called my daughter to let her know that something happened to Zaire.
Alright, I don't feel comfortable with what the auntie said happened. Now remember, it's only one baby that fell in. Okay? It's only one baby that fell. So that is the auntie's account of what happened. Okay? Now I am going to play a Mr. T version of the same incident. Okay? So that was the auntie's version. Listen to Mr. T's version.
Okay, you see. It's one of your, well, it's one of your fitness. Yes, and your nurture him, and you are the head here for the house. So it's not unlikely for you, and then you don't be the one who more proud of because in past tests, what enough look you to have father and mother that past. So this I know. I'm sure so. The incident going on over here, it never happened. Because I never people like it. These are and the dog shit on the world. And when we come in there put some curry chicken, we come in there put the rice yet. And when me hear the baby ball out, me say, what happened? But me not doing in the kitchen, man, me not count, you know. So me for my wife run out of your room and come and ask Jayden what happened. Jayden said drop on his leg. Nobody never said Jayden say I can drop on him. You understand? So when she didn't know, she was saying, Jayden, me tell you, say, you're a big boy, you're 12-year-old. So me expect you to watch a 2-year-old. But Jayden was playing on his phone. So Jayden no, man.
So hold on. So do you guys hear where Mr. T version? She just said she went into the room, pick up the baby, and go back to her room. And she stayed from her room and showed to Jayden what happened. Jayden said the baby fell and hit his leg. Mr. T said the woman run out and said to Jayden, say, you're a big boy, why you're a 12-year-old, why you can't look at a 2-year-old baby? So it is two different stories. It is two different stories, and now one baby fall down. Fear version is a different version from Mr. T, you know. Different version from Mr. T. The only thing where makes sense between the two story is that they say the baby drop and licking leg. And in a Mr. T version, you know, he saying jump off of the sofa and jump on Jayden, and Jayden move and then drop and break in femur bone. In the mother version, you don't hear the mother say in jump off of the sofa and broke in femur bone. In the my version, they might say in jump off of the sofa, jump on Jayden and broke in femur bone. So I have 3 different versions for the one follow the baby getting up. I could carry on a little bit more. I could go on a little bit more.
On the way to the hospital, that is when I called my daughter to let her know that something happened to Zaire. I even took the picture of Zaire's leg in the car and sent it to my daughter. Zaire's leg was also on Jayden's foot because Zaire, me and Jayden was at the back of the car. You understand? When I went to the hospital, I went to Hargreaves first. The justice I got at Hargreaves, I was not satisfied. So we left with the letter to go to Man.
You hear that? The justice that I got at Hargreaves, we were not satisfied, so we left. Now the hospital transferred them over there, so like what people not tell me, you know. She left. That is different from if the hospital tell us, alright, we're going to take the x-rays and you go over there for me to read it. You left because your face is outer than left.
I was there until Minister 12 before Zaire name called for me to go back inside. I called how many times? I said, imagine, it's a baby and the
That
baby
was just
is
to be registered, not to be seen, just registered.
Not to be seen, you know, to be registered after 12. I called to a lady who was at the customer care desk and I said to her, imagine I am here from Hargreaves with a letter with the baby and nobody seeing the baby. She turned to me and said, this is not a baby hospital. Can you imagine that? And the baby was in pain. She turned to me and said, this is not a baby hospital. And I could not move. I want to use the bathroom and I could not move. That and the baby was in pain. She turned to me and said, this is not a baby hospital. And I could not move. I want to use the bathroom and I could not move. And I never get through until minutes after later with the baby. And nobody seen the baby. She turned to me and said, this is not a baby hospital. Can you imagine that? And the baby was in pain. She turned to me and said, this is not a baby hospital. And I could not move. I want to use the bathroom and I could not move.
All right. So my question to her is this. She said she wanted to use the bathroom and she could not move. Right? She wanted to use the bathroom and she could not move. Now, I don't understand because further on she's going to tell her that her husband is there with her.
And I never get through until minutes after 5 the next morning when they said that after we got through, we get inside and they sent me to do an x-ray because when the doctor saw Zaire, she said to me, this is not looking good. She said, bring him in. Baby broke some bone and she write up the x-ray paper immediately and she sent me to the x-ray. It was me and my husband that was there because my husband was still there with me. And he was the seems like the baby broke some bone and she write up the x-ray paper immediately and she sent me to the x-ray. It was me and my husband that was there because my husband was still there with me. And he was
So my question is this, right? If she and her husband was there because her husband was still there with her, why her husband couldn't hold the baby and make she go and use the bathroom? Hello? Is anybody there? Hello? Everybody gone. Remember, you know, she said she wanted to move and she couldn't move. So my question is this. Okay. Well, TJ, you might answer something, my brother, because me not understand how she gonna say her husband was still there with her, but she just say she want to move and she can't move.
And he was the one who write up the x-ray paper immediately and she sent me to the x-ray. It was me and my husband that was there because my husband was still there with me. And he was the one who took the baby. Jayden and Demar was in the car on the outside of the hospital sleeping.
Oh, because they went with you? Okay.
Yes, all of them went with me. Because normally when we're going out, we don't leave anybody.
Okay, good.
And we went to the x-ray, we get the x-ray done.
You see? You know what happened? That's why people make people talk, you know. People make people talk. Because you hear what she just say? Normally, when we are go to don't leave nobody. Jayden finished school 2:30. Jayden finished school 2:30. They leave the hospital after 8 I go to 9. Right? So look on this. 2:30, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 7 hours. You lot don't know where Jayden is. But yet still, you lot don't leave nobody behind and you haven't seen Jayden since Thursday evening. Good morning, Lala. You have not seen Jayden since Thursday evening. Because you got to the hospital and you did not go back home according to you. So you leave Jayden since Thursday evening, you haven't seen him. But yet still, you spend 7 hours without knowing where he is, what he's doing, but yet still, this is the same set of people that do not leave nobody behind.
And And we went to the X-ray. We get the X-ray done, and I went back in because they would send the report to the doctor by the screen. Then, so you would have to bring the paper itself to the doctor. So when she looked at it, she said to me that the baby bone break. And I was sent back again to sit in the seat again until minutes after 6, when they said to me that they're going to admit the baby. It was about maybe 5:30 some minutes to 6 that my husband said to me he's going to leave because remember the kids are going to school.
5:30 minutes to 6 when the all reptile left, so I'm gonna get Jayden to school. So Ayaso is the most pivotal part of this thing we're going to listen to right now. So Ayaso, we're going to start listening keenly because this is where everything starts to unfold. This is where the Friday morning start and Jayden disappear Friday evening. So this is what we're going to listen to now. From right Ayaso goes on, listen to this carefully. So spit out a like chewing gum now and stop it the chewing gum and so and listen to this. From right Ayaso go forward now. Ayaso no need to get into.
He's going to leave because remember the kids are going to school. I said, okay, when you go home, let them all ready and come down. That he can help me with the baby that can go to the bathroom. I need to use the bathroom. Okay.
Alright, so listen to this now. Remember, this is Mr. T. She's telling Mr. T when he goes home, let them all come back so she can get to use the bathroom. That simple means she did not want to use the bathroom there and then. Because then you could have tell Mr. T, say, holy baby, let me go use the bathroom. She is planning to use the bathroom 3 or 4 hours later. So she knows she a go want to use the bathroom 4 hours from now, 5 hours from now. That is the reason why she never tell Mr. T, say, holy baby, before you go away, let me go use the bathroom. Me a plan to use the bathroom later on to the next 3 hours. So make them come back down for the next 3 hours. So me I go get to use the bathroom. I wonder if you not follow me. You not follow me? Are you guys following me? Because we not get why you have to tell Mr. T, say, carry back them are for me use the bathroom. That means to say bathroom, going to bathroom is not a body normally want to use the bathroom. You plan when you're going to use the bathroom. Okay, fair enough.
I came down, I called my husband when he reached home and I said to him, no, he called me and asked me how much is Jayden's lunch. And cook the morning when he went up back and give Jayden cook food to go to school. 6:30 they left the house and they went.
What time the husband leave to go home? I'm telling you to start listening now. So I'm supposed to be able to tell me what time the husband left to go home. Six, right? 5:30 to 6. Okay? 5:30 to 6. And then, no, 6:30 is when they leave for go to school. 6:30 when they leave for go to school. So 5:30, so you go home, finish cook out the food, wake up the kids them, get the kids them ready to leave out of the house. 6:30.
They left the house and they went out the road. And my husband carried kids to school, so he dropped Jayden at the roadside at the shop and went to the opposite direction to pick up his kids to bring to the school.
Alright, hold on, sorry, let me just ask one question. What is your husband left the hospital?
Either 5:30 or minutes to 6.
And he done cook by 6:30. I reach home and cook by 6:30.
Because we were cooking from the Thursday night, so he just go and finish it.
So how long you live from the hospital? How far? How much minutes away? Half hour, 1 hour?
Well, I cannot say how far it was.
All right. The lady asked a question that I was gonna ask, but I'm gonna follow up a lady. Remember, she leave. The husband leaves 6:30, you know. The husband leaves 6:30 minutes to 6. So we are going to give them the benefit of the doubt and take out the minutes to 6 out of it and say 6:30. It takes 35 minutes to 40 minutes to go from Mandeville to Newport. Okay? 6:30. Alison, oh my God, you know, yesterday me saying Alison, Happy New Year. Yesterday I think about to say, oh, me miss Alison so. Me miss your body now, Alison. Anyway, Happy New Year, my darling. So, remember, he leaves the hospital 6:30. Sorry, 5:30. It takes him 35 to 40 minutes to go home. But we are going to give him the benefit of the doubt. We are going to say it take him 30. So, he reach home 6 a.m. You know, follow me? We still give them the benefit of the doubt on 2 different time. So he reach home 6 a.m. and he managed to finish cook, get the kid ready, and go out of the house in 30 minutes. Jesus Christ, God Almighty.
How long you live from the hospital? How far? How much minutes you away? Half hour, 1 hour?
Well, I cannot say how far it was.
So they live in Newport and you was in Mandeville at the hospital?
Right.
Okay, so that will be about 15 to 20 minutes drive back home.
Yes, but maybe about that or maybe half an hour, depends.
Oh,
Mommy.
It's half an hour.
Mommy.
Crocodile is half an hour.
Ask that question. Where did Jayden say the baby fell from?
Well, Jayden did not say. He only said that the baby fell and hit his leg. That's the only thing Jayden said to me.
But I heard earlier that the baby fell from the jump from the bed.
No, she did not say that.
That's not what she said.
That
Wanna hear? Jayden did not tell nobody how the baby fell or where the baby fell. So you cannot say Jayden tell them or if Jayden never tell you say he tell them or. The crocodile and the hyena say them no know. You only know say baby drop on the leg.
the baby loves to do that, and that was a normal thing. So that she didn't say that's where the baby jumped from.
All right. So there's a video.
The thing is,
there's a video going wrong. Mommy,
go ahead.
Where you said to Jayden that Jayden accident do happen, but you must be careful next time. When did you get to say that to Jayden?
No, she didn't say so.
Who said that? Was it you, Grandma?
Who said that?
No,
was it you?
No, I called to Jayden from my room when I asked Jayden what happened to Zaire. And he told me that Zaire fell and hit his leg. I turned to him from my room while attending to the baby. I said, Jayden, you need to be more careful with playing with the baby because the baby is young. Because I have a next granddaughter who's 4 years old. They all stick to Jayden maybe because Jayden is small like them. Because Jayden is small. So they all cling to Jayden. So I called to Jayden from my room and I said, Jayden, you just have to be careful when playing with the babies.
That's when you're going out when the incident happened, right?
Grandma.
That's when I was in my room getting the baby ready.
Alright, Grandma.
Okay.
You never called to Jade. Alright, so when you find out say incident happened. Alright, me as a mother, yeah? And something happened.
And that is the thing in my
So you left on a return flight the Saturday?
No, I did not leave this Saturday. So what I don't know if the person's talking or not. But anyways, I came on Friday and I came straight to the Mandeville hospital. We left there on Saturday and went to the different hospital that you heard he was transferred to. And I stayed there, eat, sleep, be there for those days, and I left on Wednesday.
Oh, so you haven't been to your house in Mandeville?
I have not been to my house in Mandeville.
Oh, wow. So how they they're saying that is you and Jayden left from the hospital to go home.
Oh my God. A cousin of yours did pick you up at any point, and you and the cousin some car business with you and the cousin. The cousin give you a car or something.
No, my dear. And police can get the footage from there. First, I went to KFC when I just came to Mandeville because the baby wanted chicken and chips, and this was about 6:50 when I text mommy and said waiting on it. Then I meet them at 7:09 and I got to the hospital. And at the hospital was mommy, daddy, Gemma. And they stayed with me for...
Alright. Because when me attack me like prove, you know. So, you hear what she said, look well? Who hear what time she reach at the hospital? Who hear what time she reach at the hospital? Listen this. You don't listen to the part here.
Then I meet them at 7:09 and I got to the hospital. And at the hospital was mommy, daddy, Gemma. And they stayed with me for about an hour before they left. Then I meet them at 7:09 and I got to the hospital. And at the hospital was mommy, daddy, Gemma. And they stayed with me for about an hour before they left. After an hour, they left.
And I don't leave blood of Jesus against them. I like bone of Jesus against them. Alright. Make we break this down now. So she said she reached at the hospital 7:09 p.m. Correct? And when she went to the hospital, there was mommy, daddy, and Demar. And they stay with me for an hour. Right? Listen to this now. Listen to this. Listen to this. Remember, you know who they call daddy? They call the reptile daddy, Mr. T. He is daddy.
First time I just high school. Said can't carry phone. It's not about the clear now. So in them I used to lock the phone. Yeah. He didn't used to lock the phone. Yes. But when I come in and we check the phone, like, you understand? The phone lock. Yes. You call it up. Yeah. There ain't nobody else in there. Yeah. So the drive was same time we pick up a come carry. They pick up in daddy and the bigger brother. We said head back and go. Maybe get on drive from Mandeville. Yes. And we head back out of Mandeville. Before we reach Mandeville, we meet up a new post station. Yeah. We tell the police. We said, officer, the boy yard me see me look him nephew in law. So me go oh that after about much more. No man. Me I just early in about 6:30 7. You know the same Friday.
Okay, so he went to Newport Station 6:30 7, yeah? Now, from Newport Station to Mandeville Hospital is a 35-40 minutes drive. So, the moral of my story is this. It is simply impossible for Mr. T to be at Newport Station 6:30 7 while his daughter meet her at the hospital at 7:09. It is impossible. Big word, guys. Guys, big word. Impossible. Big words. Okay? So what I am saying is that these people are lying through the skin of their teeth. They are liars. They are a bunch of liars. Even if Mr. T was to take a teleport him from Newport to Mandeville, he would not get there for 7:09. So when she said she came to the hospital at 7:09 and she saw her mother, her daddy, her Demar, and they stay with her for an hour, that is a lie, my friend. That is a complete, utter lie.
That was mommy, daddy, Gemma. And they stayed with me for about an hour before they left.
Blood of Jesus.
After an hour, then
Blood of Jesus. Blood of Jesus. Blood of Jesus. Blood of Jesus.
That is not, it is not, because we tried, because even with me posting and stuff, people are still doing it, and it just didn't feel safe to come out and say.
Yeah, but Shanique, you see, if I never come here, so this evening,
and that's
no lie.
That's why I sent family personal to make
we wouldn't know this at this conversation, you know.
And that is why the thing is now, I've been really thinking about coming to me.
You don't know what is teleport? Teleport was one little machine where you're going and it have a bright light and it goes a zoop. And then when you open up your eye, it drop you in a Mandeville hospital. But you have to go in a round machine and then one bright light come over and says zoop, zoop. And then you just go boom, and you reach a Mandeville hospital. So they have one new one where Elon Musk make a new port. So Mr. T they go use for go to the hospital. That's why when the daughter got there, she was able to see the daddy, the maddy, and the birdie. So that's why I teleport them use. But a lot of people don't really know that it's there. But you can use it. If you are from the Newport area and you are family with Miss T or Mr. T or the crocodile or the hyena as we now know them as, you can borrow their card because they have a card. They have a card where you draw the card to the side and you go in there, zoop. Yeah.
2 videos up for yesterday to post and me hold it back because everybody say, don't follow the media, don't listen to what people are saying. But me I say, but they do not have the story. But let me tell you something. That is it. And let me tell you what happened also is that because the media is out there pushing out this information, guess what? The police is literally using what the media is saying to do this investigation. They are not doing their work.
You know, so I share a pan. You know, so I made this all iron and throw pan, so the police I use with me and I search up the house. You know, so I share a pan. You see when me telling her that she's an iron and not believe me, I made it all iron and still got throw pan.
Correct, and I'm sorry to say this, but they are not. They have very much evidence to rule out every one of our family members from being a part of this, but they continue to still follow the media, asking me for statement.
Thank you. That's more. That is more.
4 times.
Thank you, ma'am.
And come up empty. But yet still they have not gone into Park Road and tried to.
Let me tell you something. And you probably believe me, or probably not believe me. No law enforcement agency is not going to search a premises 4 times without having some form of what's the word I'm looking for? Hunch that something that they are looking for is there. Because regardless if you know this or not, you can put this into Google. Every time a police force go to do a search, it costs them. It's not free. When a police go and do a raid, it costs the police service to do a raid. Okay? Put that in a Google if you don't believe me. So for the police to keep going back there and there, they just know that they're missing something and they go there and they search because they want to find that one small tiny smoking gun. So now because no media make the whole hyena go about our business and no media cause it. Yes, the media might be a little part of it, especially person likes more. Because they're going to jail whether they like it or not. One by one they are going to jail, regardless if they like it or not.
The woman 4 times and come up empty. But yet still they have not gone into the road and tried to get into this committee and see if there's anybody that could have shown any video to say where did Jayden go. Jayden hit her road.
You guys have an abandoned home, a home that you guys used to live at before that have 2 tanks.
That's what we heard on the internet, that's where they're supposed to search. We did live at a different home like about 15 years ago that we were living way before then, and apparently no one lives there currently. So apparently I've heard that they wanted to search.
Is that home, same place in Newport or another adjoining?
It's about 10 minutes away from where we're currently living.
Mathematics play 1 second. Mommy, did Jayden go to school with his phone?
No, so right now the police has the phone and they're supposed to be pulling it, and this has been about a week now, mommy.
All right, let me ask you one question. I'll play back a tape because listen to this now. Me want to ask one question. Mommy, did Jayden go to school with her phone? The hyena, don't even make the crocodile answer now. And this is when me test them I play a mind game. Mommy, did Jayden go to school with his phone? The crocodile didn't answer. The hyena jump up and answer. But my question now is this, right? If Jayden did not take his phone to the school, why when Mr. T come home and looking for Jayden, the first person go looking at her phone? Listen.
First found Manchester High School. So can't carry phone. Alright, so it's not about the curve now. So he's never used to lock the phone. Yeah. He didn't used to lock the phone. Yes. But when I come in and we check the phone, like, you understand? The phone locked. Yes. Hold it up. Yeah.
Where are going, Shand? So when I come in and I check the phone locked, him code it up. But if him don't carry him phone to school and him not coming from school, what the hell does his phone got to do with him didn't come from school? If him don't carry him phone to school and him not come home from school and you come home and look for him, where the hell him phone have to do with anything? Why? Because it's a smartphone, so you go say if your phone know anything? Samantha, but you're not even follow me, so you don't make me feel happy.